All right, guys, we're done with the A-10 Warthog build from Freewing from Motion RC. So panel lines are done, the rivet lines, I should say, and the weathering is done. I prefer more subtle weathering, so my techniques I showed you. I'll show you the finished product and a couple things that I found along the way. So, again, we talked about the nose art. I would do that first in case you mess it up. You can change your livery. Don't do the rest of the plane and then save that for last. So if that goes awry, then you could change it to something else that's in there. So I hope you can see this. So what I do is subtle for weathering, but just enough to accent all the rivets and stuff that I put in there. As we go back through, hey, do you even swirl, bro? And you can see there, so it just gives it that little pop, that little appeal. You can see down through the wings, the slats. So we come back over the front of the wing. You can just see the way I do things just gives it a shade. To each their own. Some people like really dark weathering. I like light weathering. I don't like it to take over the plane. As we do this, just a little bit of accent. So overall, very happy with this thing, the way it turned out. I really like it. I cannot wait to get this thing to the field and fly it. We'll be flying it off of 5200 to 6S packs. So one of the comments that I made earlier was just simply that the wiring was all nice and tidy on the inside of this thing. And well, that was because half the wiring was missing because it's in the other pieces and you have to fish it through the fuselage. So one of the only modifications that I really had to make to this thing was I wound up moving the, what we all term as the blue box, the board for it. I had to trim the inside of fuselage and I had to slide it back because I need to get my bigger battery packs further back in this thing in order to get it to balance. So other than that, the only other thing I found was a mistake in the build book where they tell you what linkage rods to use for the inner and outer flaps. They're backwards. So I put the long ones on the outside, I think as it said, trying to remember, and the short ones on the inside, and it turned out the flaps were goofy. So if you swap the rods, they worked out to be perfect. So otherwise, I am going to fly this right out of the maiden. It is balanced with the full armament package. All the decals are done. That was the longest part of it. So super excited to get started on my next project. There it is, just showed up today. So can't wait to get that build series started and that unboxing, but I guess I have to do some video edits because I'm really far behind on those right now. Anyway, again, from down in the lair, this is Brendan. Thanks for joining me. If you liked it, like it, subscribe, hit that bell button, share the stuff so that way, you know, the information gets out. Little tips, tricks, techniques for everybody. They could get to see it, maybe fall in love with the A-10 as I did. It's been on the list for a long time. Really glad I made the decision to pull the trigger and go with this thing. Looks like a great plane. So again, peace out. Take care.